Greetings, everybody. I am the Starving Martian, and today we're going to be taking a look at the rifle robot from Gobots. Yeah, this guy doesn't actually have a name so much as a description. That's what he's packaged as rifle. And yeah, it's kind of like calling Optimus Prime truck robot, but what are you gonna do? So this guy was a Gobot, as you can tell. He's got the word Gobot printed right on his chest. He's very proud of his heritage. Although in actuality, before he was a Gobot, he was simply an Arco toy, Arco robot. Everybody knows that the Gobots were a competitor for the Transformers, but not everybody knows that just like the Transformers, the original G1 Transformers, they were taken from a variety of different figure lines from Japan, including Diaclone and Micromaster, and they were brought to the U.S. and given new names and colors and whatnot, and became the Transformers. So there was a toy line that turned into cars and trucks. There was another one that turned into household items, like Megatron, for example, who turns into a gun. He comes from a different line than the Autobot leader, and so the GoBots did something similar, where they had the Machine Robo line, but they also grabbed from other companies, including Argo, who made larger robots who transformed into guns, binoculars, things of that nature. And when I say larger, I mean larger. I mean huge. Most of your GoBots were the size of, standard like Scout class robots today. And so this guy, standing well over 13 inches, towers above them. Now I don't have an actual authentic GoBot to compare him to at the moment, but this is a Transformer roughly Gobot size, so you can see how much bigger our friend the rifle robot is than the average Gobot would have been. And yeah, so for further size comparison, here he is with our 12-inch C3PO. So you can get an idea of how tall and how bulky this guy is. He's a pretty impressive collector piece. And I really like the sticker detailing on this guy. He has a very authentic, very retro. This is what people in like the late 70s thought robots were going to look like. All the detailing on him, though, is stickers. There's almost nothing painted. And so if you're looking at this guy online, you're going to find a whole bunch of them really cheap, but usually the stickers, particularly this face sticker right here, will be worn away. Now, this one's got a little bit of wear around the eyes, but he's not in bad shape at all. So here's his GoBot sticker. As I said, the older ones will say Argo there instead of GoBots. Or sticker detailing at the waist. Down into the legs. Alright, now if we turn him on the side, no real stickers here, but there is some nice molded on details. Profile. And then turn him around once again, and we can see they did put some stickers on his back. And so this particular one is in really, really nice shape. I found him a couple years ago at a flea market that I went to on Father's Day, and so this is my Father's Day gift, and it's a particularly nice one, in my opinion. Depending on your feelings on this sort of thing, your mileage will vary, but yeah, so this guy turns into a large rifle, which we'll take a look at in a minute. Transformers, of course, had their Megatrons. Over in Japan, there were other gun Transformers that we didn't get over here, like Browning, but this guy does something that those guys don't, which is he actually fires caps. Now, I believe some of the gun Transformers did fire caps in the original Japanese release, but we didn't get that. That feature was taken away. It was nerfed, and by the time they came over to America, the cap firing feature was gone, and I don't think it was for safety reasons so much as for cost reasons. Same reason that Soundwave didn't have a working radio by the time he got over here. But, so we're going to go ahead and transform this guy in just a moment. But first, let me point out his posability. He has none. That was easy. Alright, this guy really is a statue. Now, you can turn his head a little bit. Actually, you could turn his head a lot. His arms can come up like that. So he can do kind of this shrug. So, I don't know. Or maybe he's like, I love you this much. But yeah, that's about it as far as posability goes. And before we transform him into his rifle mode, if I can get just a little bit juvenile for a moment, and usually I don't, I keep things clean on my channel, but this kind of has to be done. He's got collapsible robot junk there. That's never a good thing. Yeah, I don't see how the toy designers didn't see that would that would be doable. That would be necessary for transformation, for one thing. Yeah, so let's not do that. Let's be a little bit more mature than that, people. Let's keep the moral high road here, shall we? And forgo any further dalliances with naughtiness. So, in order to transform this guy into his rifle mode, it is, as you probably suspect, incredibly simple. You're going to turn his head around like this. You're going to bring his arms all the way up. Alright. And, you know what? Oddly enough, now he's starting to look a little bit like Optimus Prime. He's got the windshield here. He's got the smokestacks going. But, you know, he looks like Optimus Prime, but he transforms like Megatron. So, moving over to the legs. You're going to take the legs, you're going to pull them out like this. You're going to squeeze them together, but they're not going to latch. You're going to want to come apart. So, they'll actually will connect down on the bottom, though. On the foot area. And then what you want to do up here is just bring this bit down, and that will lock into place. And that gives you the full rifle mode. And it looks pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. In Transformers language, holding on to one of these makes you a target master, which is always nice. So, well, I mean, I gotta pull the camera way back. Oops. Lost my backer board. Revealed my true allegiance with Martians. Oh well. My name is the Starving Martian, so you probably figured that out anyway, so we're not gonna worry. So, here we go. So we turn them around, and this is what it looks like from the front on. Now this guy gets even longer because these things here telescope out. And so, yeah, this becomes a huge handheld weapon here. Too big to fully fit on screen. And it does feel really good in your hands. And I like the fact that an adult hand, and of course I don't have huge hands, but an adult hand can still hold this and fit the fingers and the triggers here. And not all toys from the 80s or whatnot, you know, you're able to do that. They were made for kids after all, so you can't blame them. So, it's got two triggers here because he is double-barreled. And as I said, this guy fires caps. We're going to do that. I'm going to demonstrate that this thing still works. But I will warn you, the caps are loud. So when we get to that portion, you might want to turn your volume down. Alright? You've been warned. So, in order to load the caps, get this yellow button right here. And you just pull it. And then you can separate it like this. And there's where you load the caps in. And whether or not you have caps, just opening it like that and pretending you're putting ammo in is really satisfying. So, here's our caps. They're little little tiny rounds here packed with a little bit of powder. The backer board that they came on has all sorts of warnings about not putting them in your pocket, about treating this like a loaded gun. They're very serious about it. These things are flammable, they're explosive, and you know what? We used them all the time back in the 80s. None, I don't know, I never burned the house down. I had this He-Man toy that you would put one of these in his backpack, and then he would like do this punch. That would make the cap sound and smoke would pour out of them. It was really awesome. Okay, so we got this thing loaded. I'm going to bring it as far back from the camera as I can. And we're going to fire this guy off. Now's the time to pause the video, adjust the volume, because we're going to get loud. Okay, ready guys? Alright, so if you can see it or not, I got some smoke billowing out of this guy. There you go. Which is always fun. Down here, you can see little bits of the paper cap got shredded and puffed out of this thing. And so yeah, that's really satisfying. Come on. We're going to follow the safety instructions and not leave this guy loaded. Come on. Yeah. So it did completely shred these caps. You can see little paper bits, the ones that popped. And so there's the Arco Gobots rifle. There's a smaller one too, more like a handgun. There's actually a couple cap guns. There's a couple water pistols, Arco water pistols. As I said, there's a binocular one, but he's real stupid looking. I don't like him. It's kind of a hilarious look. This is, you know, this is him getting held up. Give me all your energon. I'm a Gobot. I don't use energon. I said give. Anyway, as you can see, he transforms back really quickly. Really simple, really easy. Now, if you're interested in one of these, I picked one up for like $5 at a flea market, but I see them going online all the time. They're not that rare. But like I said, look for sticker wear, because these stickers will rub off. They don't last. And I was lucky to find one in really, really nice condition. Especially look out for the stickers on the face. This face has a lot of personality. I love the eyes there, the nose, the little mouth. And he's just your digital friend who will shoot your enemies in the back for you. So, you know, I love this guy. I love the look of him. I like the feel of him. Just a very satisfying retro robot, in my humble opinion. So this has been the Starving Martian. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll catch up with you next time with another review. But until then, as I always say, keep watching the skies. Catch you later.